and I am so glad you could join us for our 15th annual graduation and awards ceremony. Students, parents, families, Lakeside staff, school district representatives, and board members, we have all had a role to play in the journey to this moment, and it is a privilege to be here together today to celebrate. At some point in our students' academic journey, they walked through the doors of Vantage for the first time. For some of our families, your referral to Vantage was a relief. You recognized the struggle and asked for additional support. For others, your referral to Vantage was something you didn't anticipate or maybe even welcome at first. It may have come as a result of a difficult time or a poor decision. No matter the reason, the students present here today seized the opportunity and made their time at Vantage a season of growth and achievement. Please rise and join me in welcoming the Upper Merion Vantage Academy class of 2023. Members of the Vantage Academy class of 2023 possess resilience, determination, and grit. Each member of this class has shown a personal commitment to getting back up and beginning again the exact same number of times they've fallen, tripped, or been pushed down. They are tough. Throughout their high school career, they have learned the difficult lesson that the world doesn't always cooperate with our plans on our timelines. They were freshmen when the coronavirus pandemic hit, and seniors on the verge of earning their diplomas when the public health emergency formally ended in May. The class of 2023 have trained for complicated times. They have masked up, locked down, and socially distanced. They have also seized the opportunity to rewrite the rules, question the status quo, and advocate for themselves and their neighbors. As a result of this unprecedented high school journey, I believe the class of 2023 have developed courage and perseverance like few classes I have seen before. They have savored their victories and learned from their losses, and have embraced the truth that both victories and losses are the results of valiant and noble efforts. This group of graduates has a deep and personal understanding of how precious and fragile life truly is, and they seize each day with the realization that everything can change in a moment. That understanding and realization can be overwhelming, but we have learned that we can choose to be overwhelmed by fear and anxiety, or we can choose to be overwhelmed by grace and hope. In the words of Nelson Mandela, as you move forward in your journey, may your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Thank you for joining us today as we recognize this truly remarkable group of students. going to welcome Dan Stegin to the stage to join me, and we're going to begin the awards section of our presentation for today.
Good afternoon. My name is Dan Stegin. I'm the Assistant Program Director of the Merion Vantage Academy. Today we have the great privilege to recognize the hard work that many of our students have put in throughout the school year 2022-2023. One such award is the Citizenship Award. This award is an award that embodies what it is to be a positive citizen or member of our school community. It's used to be eligible for this award, the students needed to be enrolled at Upper Merion Vantage Academy for at least one marking period, maintained growth level or consistent with positive behavior codes for more than 80% of the time. The students also have set a positive example to their peers, had no major behavior incidents, and impressed staff with their resiliency, character, and integrity. As I call out your name, please come forward to receive your award. This year's Citizenship Award winners that are in attendance with us today are Caitlin Halter, Rose Zoran, Gabriella McQuinaho Mapleshire. Rachel Matthews. Eric Salazar. And Lily Sullivan.
Our next awards are our Scholar of the Year awards. I'm going to ask some of my teachers to join me up front. Sparking curiosity and nurturing habits of lifelong learning through academic engagement are primary goals in all Vantage Academy classrooms. Our teachers provide a rigorous curriculum and meaningful learning activities in an effort to adequately prepare our students to return to the demands of public high school and earn the credits required by their sending districts and the Pennsylvania Department of Education. The academic growth and development of each individual student is a top priority at Upper Merion Vantage Academy. In each of the content areas, mathematics, English, science, social studies, and the arts, one student stood out as consistently accomplished and continually inquisitive. Here to present the Scholar of the Year awards are teachers from these content areas.
Hi, my name is Steph Hogan. I'm a high school math teacher at Upper Merion Vantage Academy. I have the privilege this year of presenting the Math Scholar Award. The Math Scholar this year is someone who admittedly probably doesn't love math, but every day this year has entered class and greeted me with a hello and found her things and got started on her work for the day. She consistently showed up and put in the work despite their hatred of homework. And this student was vocal when they needed help and made a point to ask questions when they were unsure of the next step. Multiple times this year, this student helped their classmates when the problem made sense to them. And when she was confused, she would raise her hand and give me a look of confusion and say, "Steph, I have no idea what I'm doing." The fact that this person was able to advocate for herself when she was lost made her a leader in the classroom and someone I could count on to keep me honest if the class got it or not. She was an example to her classmates by coming to class and getting started right away, helping us to solve our starter puzzles or challenging Sudoku, and helping those around her. She used her problem-solving skills to crush area, volume, translations, polygons, and so much more, and she has genuinely been a pleasure to have in class all year. This year's Math Scholar is Addie K. Conway.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sydney Stockmall. I am one of the English teachers at Upper Merion Vantage Academy. This year, I have the privilege of awarding a student with an English Scholar Award. So this person is somebody that has an insanely strong work ethic. All year, I have seen her actively seek out feedback to ensure that her work is the best that it can be. Even on the sleepiest days, I always see her bright, shining face, attentive and ready to learn. She has consistently put in the effort, from work with poetry to our novel units. Regardless of what the challenge is, she rises to meet it. She motivates others to succeed and genuinely wants the best for everyone. I have seen her working collaboratively with classmates to ensure that both her work and theirs are excellent. From her heart to her determination, the recipient for this award is a no-brainer. This year's English Scholar is Rose Duran.
Good afternoon, my name is Andy Smith. I am the social studies teacher here at Upper Merion Vantage Academy, and I'm here to present the Social Studies Scholar Award. So this year we were joined by a student who, when she was confronted with with having to choose her topic for her senior graduation project, she chose North Korea. And that, coupled with the fact that in the first 5 days that she was in my class, she wrote hello in 5 different languages, convinced me that I had on my hands a fellow social studies nerd. So I am pleased to present this award to Lily Sullivan.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn Crosby, and I am the high school science teacher for Upper Merion Vantage Academy. I am honored to be presenting the Science Scholar of the Year today. When I think about what being a Science Scholar of the Year means, these are some of the traits that come to mind. Curious, observant, hardworking, and a desire to share learning. This year's Science Scholar of the Year demonstrated all of these qualities, especially curiosity and the desire to share learning. And they definitely kept me on my toes this year because they like to ask questions about space, and that is not my expertise area. But how did they decide to share their learning? It usually sounded something like this. Jocelyn, did you see that news article about the ozone hole over the tropics? I thought it was only over the poles. And Jocelyn, did you see that video of the tortoise hunting the bird? Jocelyn, did you see the thing about that giant bacteria that they found? It's as big as an eyelash. And what would happen if two black holes collided? So these are just some examples of the actual greetings that I got from our Scholar of the Year as he came into my senior class. He made me think. He helped me learn new things. And I said, I don't know, let's look it up more times this year than I like to admit. I present this year's Scholar Award and hopefully some answers to our Scholar of the Year for Science, Colleen Burnett.
Hello, my name is Matt Williams, and I'm the art teacher at Upper Merion Vantage Academy. It is my humble pleasure to be presenting the 22-23 Art Scholarship of the Year Award to one of the most hardworking, toughest, friendliest, upbeat students I've ever met. She wears her heart on her sleeve every day and handles herself with the composure of one well beyond her years. Every time she comes into the class, she is ready with a kind word and a smile, except for that one time when I made the mistake of painting on her Frida Kahlo assignment. She is a true pleasure to have as a student and has shown incredible growth as an artist. I wish I had one of you for each class I teach because of your infectious presence. Come on up, Gabriella Manuel.
Our next award this afternoon is the Middle School Scholar of the Year Award, which is designed to recognize one middle school student who has shown remarkable academic achievement and advancement toward his or her goals across all content areas, while also serving as a peer role model and leader in the middle school class. The recipient of this award is chosen by staff consensus. This year's recipient is a student who epitomizes what it means to learn from their mistakes, grow from experience, and make continuous improvements toward their goals. She is known for her humor, enthusiasm, and leadership in the classroom. She has maintained honor roll status for the entirety of the school year, and she is regularly on growth level. Whether she always realizes it or not, she is influential in setting the tone for the entire middle school class. Staff appreciate how this student is always in the know and has matured in her ability to use this power as a positive influence instead of contributing to peer drama. Her science and reading teacher, Ashley Shute, highlighted the student's ability to remain upbeat and energetic while serving as the resident fashionista, offering compliments on outfits, shoes, and hair. This student has proven herself capable of setting goals, formulating a plan of action, and then putting in the effort and the work to achieve it. This was made evident in her commitment to getting a job as soon as she turned 14. Jordan Davis, the Middle School Scholar of the Year's counselor, summarized a sentiment shared by many staff regarding this student's growth. She has learned to take responsibility and recognize where she needs to make changes. Last year was like a constant battle to get her to see how her behaviors were inappropriate. This year, she actively admits when she's acting a fool and makes a change. She has become a role model for her classmates. She truly is a classroom leader. Her math teacher, Ayla Warner, shared this anecdote to demonstrate. Sometimes this student likes to switch roles and be the teacher while you sit in the seat and go over the activity. She asks me a math question and offers positive praise, "Good job, Ayla," when I get the correct answer. As this student transitions back to Upper Merion to begin her high school journey, we want her to know that her quick wit, growing responsibility, commitment to learning, and even that occasional sassiness will be greatly missed. This year's recipient of the Middle School Scholar of the Year Award is Anaya Hill. Next, I have the honor and privilege to present the Determination Award. The award winner today was not feeling well, but his family and he are watching the live stream. So please welcome me as cheer for him as I give this speech. Determination is defined as the ability to continue trying to do something, although it is very difficult. Another definition states, determination is a positive emotional feeling that involves persevering toward a difficult goal in spite of obstacles. Determination is not something that is given, innate, simple, straightforward, or uncomplicated. Determination is difficult. Determination takes courage. Courage to look suffering and hardships in the eye. Courage to push forward when you feel lost and alone. Courage to acknowledge when you need help and ask for it. Courage to show up day in and day out, no matter how difficult yesterday, last week, last month, last year have been. This year's Determination Award winner began his Vantage journey in our e-learning program. His mom was battling a terminal cancer diagnosis, and between the risk that COVID exposure presented and his desire to help care for his mom, attendance at a brick-and-mortar school was periodically impossible. E-learning provided that needed flexibility, but it presented challenges of its own as our award winner was forced to demonstrate more independent and self-directed learning than he was used to. He rose to the challenge, learned to ask for help when he needed it, and earned his junior year credits. This student's mom passed away as his senior year was just beginning. As his world was turned upside down, he made the difficult decision to heed the advice of the people who cared about him and transition to our regular Vantage program to receive more support toward his high school diploma. I am honored to have had the privilege to work with this student in both programs. As long as I've known this student, his defining characteristic has been his depth of compassion. He is genuinely kind and respectful to everyone he meets. He values people for who they are, and in his own quiet way, makes them feel included, seen, and appreciated. His counselor, Dan Bowe, summarized it best when he noted that suffering can make us bitter, or it can instill compassion, strength, and kindness towards others. This student has persevered through intense difficulty and now shows kindness to everyone he meets. He is an amazing example for me to follow. This year's Determination Award winner consistently proves himself to be a man of integrity, hard work, perseverance, and empathy. He takes risks, shows courage, and honors Dana's memory. One of the last conversations I had with his mom, updating her on his progress at the end of his junior year, I shared that this student was a genuinely good man, and I didn't have any doubt that he would find a path to success in life no matter where he finished high school. I remember Dana's response. She said, "I know." And we both laughed at how matter-of-factly she acknowledged the compliment. Then she said, "I'm really proud of him. I'm going to keep fighting, but at the end of the day, my kids are everything, and because of them, I know I'll leave something good in the world." We are all proud of this year's Determination Award winner. Please join me in congratulating Jason Griffin.
A lot of pages here, so. So good afternoon. I first want to thank you all that are here with us today to recognize the hard work and accomplishments of each one of these seniors and award winners that are present with us here today. Your partnership with us through this journey has been vital to the accomplishments we see before us. Today, I have the honor and privilege to be up here in front of you today to present the Most Improved Student of the Year Award. Improve or improved is defined as to increase in value, to become better. Another definition states improve is to raise to a more desirable or more excellent quality or condition. Improvement implies that things are not always sunshine and roses. Improvement does mean that there was some sense of struggle and hardship. Improvement is not a decision that happens overnight and without bumps or curves. Improvement is a process. I'm not going to go on with the trust the process. A process that can include a few steps forward, some back, a couple more back, forward, and forward again. Improvement is like climbing a mountain. Putting in the work to get to a goal, when day in and out you can't see the progress of your goal. Another way to look at improvement is as a journey. Continuous improvement is about the journey, the road, the path, the experience, and not the destination. Today we may be celebrating the destination, and we should be. Whether that be the end of another academic year, transitioning on to the next steps in life, whether that be returning to a school district, onto another educational venture, graduating high school, obtaining our diploma, entering the workforce, whatever it may be, we're here to celebrate today and recognize this journey. Today I get to briefly recognize the journey of our Most Improved Student of the Year. You see, everyone's journey at Upper Merion Vantage Academy is different. It's unique. Some students can spend a very short amount of time with us, while others may experience a continuous path that includes many years of attendance. Then you have one particular journey who started with us in 2016, attending Upper Merion Vantage Academy as a 7th grader, continued in 8th grade, returned to the home school district, continued to progress at that school district, landed on some hard times, returned to Upper Merion Vantage Academy for the 2021-22 school year, made the difficult decision to exit school, recognized the need to continue to improve life's chances and opportunities, re-enroll in school for the 22-23 school year, attend Upper Merion Vantage Academy, and obtain his high school diploma today. The individual who I'm referencing is one that has a journey. One that even through difficult times and having to make difficult and impactful decisions, they continue to make the choice to engage in second chances. The choice to continue to improve. Today, I want you to hear a few quotes from staff members that embody this individual's improvement, growth, and maturity. So the staff say, this individual went from an angry, absent student to a student who asked to give a speech at graduation and one who spends meaningful time connecting with staff members. This individual always stays on top of his work, willing to put in the time to get out what he wants, a diploma. This individual has matured so much since he first came to Vantage. This year he took his goals seriously, taking control of his journey, and that has been awesome to see. And to this year's Most Improved Student of the Year, I'm coming from the heart, from the chest. You have grown before our eyes. I can't get through these. I'm just like, your journey has advanced from a child who appeared to have always wanted to be in the mix, sometimes a little too much at your own and others' expense, to a maturing individual who is aware of his surroundings and limitations and is focused on the end game. You have the desire and the ability to have conversations about bigger things in life and process through events while maintaining the focus of your ultimate goals. I challenge you to continue to be in motion, to continue to have those life conversations and debates with those you respect. Continue to surround yourself with those who love and support you, as you never know when you're going to need them to be on. And finally, continue to take the time to find a place to sit, relax, and connect with somebody who may not have ever thought you'd connect with. Part of your growth and journey has been great to see is the enjoyment that you have in yourself and brought to others in the small moments. The moments like waiting with Carol at the front desk before leaving for the day. I also want to thank you for proving those who doubted you wrong. We thank you for showing that one's journey is just that, a journey. One that can't be scripted, and that growth, change, improvement, development, transformation, and redemption is possible with second chances. Carol, can you come up here and help give the award? All right, will you all please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Most Improved Student of the Year, Colleen Beverett. So you got one more from me. All right. So next I have the opportunity to share with you the Student of the Year Award. The Student of the Year Award is something that Upper Merion Vantage Academy does not take lightly. What you might not know is that the Student of the Year, as well as the other major awards that have been received thus far, are decided upon by a process. Staff nominates students, other staff put their 2 cents in. There's rebuttals, there's nominations that are voted upon to determine the award winners. The Student of the Year is awarded to someone who exemplifies the qualities that are understood to be part of the process of growth and development of youth, such as maturity, respect, accepting of themselves and others, adaptable, empathetic, patient, engaging, has the desire to never stop learning, collaborative, fun, just to name a few. With all that said, the Student of the Year is also someone who has demonstrated themes that we heard thus far today: resilience, grit, determination, tenacity, persistence. You see, we at Lakeside exist to empower youth and families to overcome difficulties and achieve success through quality educational and treatment services. We have the opportunity to work with youth and families who are, have, and will face difficulties in their lives. We recognize and embrace the fact that some things have and are getting in the way of school, getting in the way of development, getting in the way of obtaining and maintaining healthy relationships, getting in the way of being able to do what's expected of you as a student, a child, a grandchild, a friend, and on and on. The Student of the Year is also someone who has worked to recognize that something, maybe many things, are getting in the way of reaching expectations, and is willing to put in the work to make incremental change. The Student of the Year is also someone who has some great ideas, wishes, hopes, goals, and has learned that executing those things takes time, effort, failure, some more effort, more attempts, and the will to move on. The Student of the Year has embraced Damien Salvatore's quote of, "There's no such thing as bad ideas, just poorly executed awesome ideas. When that happens, you regroup by taking a step back and trying again." The Student of the Year is someone who is a force to be reckoned with in their own way. This individual is someone who leads by example and is caring, kind, a loyal friend, and calm. Has this always been the case? No. You see, one of the tasks that I get to do at Upper Merion Vantage Academy is to sometimes engage in an enrollment process with a student. I believe this student was probably my first enrollment conference I've ever ran solo. And I remember walking away from that enrollment conference thinking that there are going to be some bumps in this road, some craters. And if she can work with us, the sky's the limit to the impact that we can have to help her through some of the recent struggles and life's hardships. Then, within the first couple of months, there were some real struggles working with staff at Vantage. You see, we've had multiple meetings with families, school district personnel, in-house meetings, negotiations about cell phone use. Yes, I said negotiations. It was at this point in the process that I believe the student of the year began to buy in and take some ownership of their path. The student was able to speak up for their needs, hear the needs of others and the concerns of others, and to develop a mutually beneficial idea to limit the distractions of their growth and develop and put forth into making impactful change. I do want to take a few minutes also to highlight some of the recognition from our staff for Student of the Year. These were over and over and over again, so I just picked a few. This individual is a quiet leader in class. She encourages her peers to be the best version of themselves. She will often help others in class and will calmly influence others. She's a calm presence and an awesome influence. Our ICE mission can really barely keep up with her. Her counselor notes that this individual has demonstrated massive amounts of personal growth and has overcome some really big struggles and tragedies. Being greeted by a small wave in the morning just makes her day. She is smart, funny, witty, and honest. She's never had an unexcused absence while her time as a Vantage. She advocates for what she needs and has truly made some enormous personal strides. She has grown leaps and bounds. She has come from the individual of a hard exterior to someone who is with a calm demeanor. She has a smile that can light up a room and is very well respected by her peers and staff. And to you and that smile, Elena Gilbert once said, smiling doesn't always mean you're happy. So sometimes it simply means that you're a strong person, and you are a strong person. To the Student of the Year, I also want to thank you. Thank you for being present. Thank you for showing us all the value of not giving up. Thank you for reminding us to touch one day's life. It can simply be by saying hi and passing, sitting in silence, laughing, crying, smiling, giving that look, negotiating, sharing candy, whether it's for you and or your pop. We wish you all the luck in your next step transitioning back to Phoenixville Area High School. Don't forget that you have been through all that you've learned, don't forget everything you've been through and all that you learned and the goals that you have set for yourself. Please join me in congratulating this year's Student of the Year, Caitlin Culver.
Next, I have the pleasure and honor of introducing our student speakers for today's event. So first, I would like to welcome to the stage Mr. Tyler Freeze. Tyler is a sophomore at Vantage Academy from the Colonial School District, and he is here to share some of his thoughts about his experiences here at Vantage.
Hello everybody, my name is Tyler. I just wanted to say a few words today for everybody else at Vantage. Hello, my name is Tyler Freeze, and I've been a student in Upper Merion Vantage Academy for about 2 years now. I'm currently a sophomore and was asked if I'm willing to speak at the awards ceremony this year. Normally I would, but after some careful thought, I decided that I wanted my thank you as well is to share some of my experiences in front of my teachers and fellow classmates to be heard. Vantage has allowed me to see and has given me the opportunity for my words to be heard and spoken. I've achieved growth level status for the first time ever. When I say ever, I mean first time ever. When I started at Vantage, and up until recently, I didn't quite see the point of trying. Even when I would put in the effort and try, at some point I would fall off the wagon and give up. That became a pattern in my life, and I didn't quite see the problem of giving up once I thought I had already failed. Vantage Academy has truly taught me that it is never too late to make a turnaround. No matter how deep in the hole you think you are, when you are not working to get up, life will bring you down. I thought I was a victim of that cycle for a long time, until I realized that it was all my choice. I'd also realized that what I wanted to do and my mindset were the only things really holding me back, and I decided that I needed to make a consistent change. Every time that I was in a space where I felt like I was failing, I would would walk into Amanda's office and she would give me the pep talk to keep trying. You can do this and you can do that. She allowed me to see things from a different perspective. It allowed me not to give up like I was doing. She had helped me carry on with a consistent change in how I was carrying myself. If it weren't for all the staff members seeing and observing my patterns with goal making, If it were not for all the staff members seeing and observing my patterns with the goal or making me see my own potential, I wouldn't be here speaking to you today. Since then, I've tried to stay consistent with the changes I made at the start of last quarter. Since that time, I've noticed exponential improvement, not just my mindset, but the academic and behavioral patterns improving exponentially too. I made growth level for the first time since I started at Vantage Academy and earned a trip to Dorney Park. It was well worth it to put in the effort and earn a reward that I actually felt like I deserved for once. And to end off my speech, I'll leave everybody here with a quote. You can't control what situation life throws you in. You can only control how you react. And your reaction is more important than the situation you found yourself in. So, take advantage of that.
Thank you so much, Tyler, that was fantastic. Our next speaker this evening, or this afternoon, let's not get ahead of ourselves, is a senior and part of our graduating class. You've heard lots about him through a variety of speeches so far, and he has volunteered to speak on behalf of himself and the senior class. I would like to welcome Khalid Regret.
How y'all doing today? My name is Khalid. This is nerve-wracking. Okay, so I'm a graduating senior at Vantage Academy this year. I started at Vantage Academy in middle school around 2017. I left in 8th grade to become. I left in 8th grade for high school, and I came back. When I came back for my senior year, it was not a good start. I had lost one of my closest friends, which was like very hard for me to get over. And my mom was not at school whatsoever. I also wanted to thank the staff for all the help they have helped me. They helped me get through this whole situation. Get the whole situation. This is lab. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say I don't know where I would be without the opportunities that all the staff have given me. I know there's many times they could have given up on me, and they didn't. And thanks to one of the most important people here was Dan Stash. Every month or so, he would come and talk to me and say that every day was a step forward to graduation and becoming like a better person. And he told me to stay focused on my goals and keep on getting my work done. And I feel like one of my biggest accomplishments this year wasn't even my diploma. It was the fact of my senior project, because I had trouble with that last year. Sheena helped me so much as becoming the person I am today. They said that people that you don't hit it off with sometimes the people that you don't hit it off with really have the best things in mind for you. And me and Sheena didn't hit it off at first. We always had our little issues and all that. But she pushed me the hardest. And she always told me, like, you gotta get this done. You can't be lazy, none of it. And I don't want to leave anybody out here today. You guys all helped me. I don't want to just want you guys to think that I'm not talking about you guys. And this year I had a lot of hardships. And I want to thank everybody at Vantage and my peers, all my 12th graders in my graduating class. I will miss you guys all. Have a great year. I don't want to leave you guys off on a great quote. Never judge a story by the chapter that you walked in on. And last but not least, I want to thank the Lakeside community. And I want to thank my mom, my dad over here, and my little brother too.
the moment we've all been waiting for. Graduation is one of the most important rites of passage in our culture. It symbolizes both a culmination and a new beginning of learning, growth, and preparation. And it represents the hope we have for each of our graduates for a bright and successful future. We are privileged to recognize 6 graduating seniors who attended Vantage for part or all of their senior year. Joining me on the stage today will be a variety of Vantage staff members that will provide personal reflections on each of our seniors' strengths and growth. We'd like to invite each senior to come to the stage via this step to be recognized for this significant achievement when the staff presenter ends their reflection and calls your name.
Hello to all family, friends, and staff. My name is L5T Chase. I am the Resolving Counselor at Upper Merion Vantage. And today I have the privilege to talk about Victor Bell and his journey at Vantage. When first coming to Vantage as an intern in college, I remember meeting Victor during the 2019-2020 school year, while helping him with some of the intake information that needed to be completed since he was a new student. During that time, we were talking about some of our hobbies and the things that we enjoyed doing. Now, if you know Victor, you know that he loves music. And if you know me, you know that I love music as well. So after finding out that we both had a deep interest in music, what was supposed to be a 15 to 30-minute intake process turned into a whole class period. From that point on, there would be times where Victor would always find me to show me snippets of the music that he would be working on, or songs that were completed, and always wanted feedback. Fast forwarding to when I started working at Vantage, I was asked to do the Norristown van run, which required me to pick up Victor. Throughout the 2-year time span driving the van, he would always ask me questions about anything. It could be life, faith, music, etc. Sometimes we would agree to disagree about certain topics because sometimes Victor can be a little hard-headed, but we're not gonna focus on that. Also in these 2 years, I've seen Victor struggle with some heavy mistakes made during his time here. Seeing Victor in one of the roughest seasons of his life was something that was hard to see and hard to help him process through. There were some mornings where Vic would be happy, there would be some mornings where Vic would hop on the van in tears. There would be some mornings where he didn't want to come out to the van at all, wishing that he would have made a different choice in life and going through so much trauma, self-condemnation, grief, and other emotions. But I found it no coincidence that I was his van driver seeing these emotions and the mental battles that he was facing. Reason being is because every morning we would have those talks and he would ask me those questions. And I had the opportunity to speak life into him and to pour into Victor and his good moments and the moments where things were rough. Something that I always encouraged Victor to do was find ways of coping within the hardship that he was facing. And one of the things that he used and continues to use now is his passion for music. When listening to his music, I noticed that he was expressing his heart in the way that he felt through his music. He used music as an escape to process the way that he was feeling, although every lyric, every word, and every situation he wrote may not have been everybody's favorite. I'm glad that he was able to find something. He used music as his journal. He used music to process what he was feeling. And I believe and have seen that music is what has really pushed him through this personal battle. Every day at Vantage has not been peaches and cream for Victor and staff and faculty. But as one of my great leaders said, Amanda, we are responsible for planting seeds for harvest, and sometimes we may not see the harvest, but we know that we have planted good seeds. There's so much more that I could say about Victor and his time here at Vantage, but being able to plant those small seeds of wisdom, advice, and other things have been an honor and a privilege, and I will never take that for granted. And I hope that he does not do the same. Victor, I'm very proud of you. for every battle that you have fought that you wanted to give up in, but you persevered through. No one in life gets it right every time, but we are responsible for learning from our own experiences. I have learned a lot from you, and I hope that you have learned a lot from what you have learned at Vantage. We love you, man. Don't ever hesitate to come back and visit, and congratulations on graduating. May God cover you as you continue to go through life.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Shoup. I'm one of the special education teachers at Upper Merion Vantage Academy. This morning I have the honor to share some thoughts and comments about Jason Griffin. Jason began his journey by attending our e-learning program in 2021 and then transitioning to Vantage Academy in 2022 for his senior year. His presence in the program has been valued by staff members here today and all students. Today, on our graduation day, take a moment to think about your journey. The ups, the downs, getting back up, the fun, the relationships you've made, and the lessons you've learned. Those are some of the things that have made you who you are. So Jason, here we are. Take a look around. The staff, the family, and friends are here to celebrate you and your classmates as you enter the next journey of your lives. Before you get going, let's take a moment to acknowledge and celebrate you. Over the past 2 school years, you've made an impression on many individuals. Jason, you've proven to be compassionate, polite, and an honest young man. When you are determined to accomplish a task or a goal, you dig down deep and ask for help when need, and are always willing to put in the time and effort to get it done. Those attributes are the things that will take you places in life. When staff were asked for comments on each senior, the most common remarks were those stating how kind and caring you are for those who are close to you. Jason always showed his appreciation for staff with a big smile and a fist pump. Other staff acknowledge your willingness to learn, a new game in PE, a debatable topic in Andy's class, and giving it all during your senior speech. Jason, your desire to help others will lead you toward your goal of becoming an EMT, firefighter, or first responder. As you continue on to the next chapter of your life, continue to work hard, continue to persevere, and continue to meet every goal you set for yourself. It is our honor and privilege today to present Jason M. Griffin with his certificate of completion.
Good afternoon. My name is Adam Moyer, and I'm one of the counselors at Upper Merion Vantage Academy. I have had the pleasure of knowing Kaleem through his different placements with our program over the last several years. Kaleem has grown into a smart, strong, and polite young man with whom you enjoy interacting on a daily basis. According to one staff member, Kaleem always comes to class with a moral dilemma or question for the class to debate. In case you're wondering, if there's an apocalypse, you prefer to have gills. Another staff member mentioned they have enjoyed their conversations with Kaleem about various movies and social issues and how he always takes the time to listen to your opinion and then ask follow-up questions to make sure he understands your point of view. Kaleem hit a bump in the road last year, but we are very proud of him for recognizing that he needed to come back and finish his diploma. Kaleem has grown from a middle schooler who questioned everything to a young man who asks the hard questions and genuinely cares about the answer. Kaleem, please do not lose that inquisitive spark. Always take the time to ask the questions to help you understand the world better. Congratulations on your graduation. It is our honor and privilege today to present Kaleem S. Pavlik with his Upper Merion Vantage Academy.
to meet Andy Finson tomorrow, you might notice his big smile. You might notice his polite and friendly attitude. He might share what's on his mind in that moment, as random as it might be. He's genuine, down to earth, and quick to share his thoughts and ideas with anyone interested. Aside from the things that I just mentioned, staff also said Andy is great at working with his hands, hands-on activities. They've enjoyed his friendly greetings on many occasions. And staff commented on Andy's love of the outdoors, his appreciation for simple things, outdoor activities, things like fishing. So I got a question about fishing. How many fishermen does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
Only one, but the light bulb was this big. So let's talk a little bit more about fishing. So Dan Stedgen has done some props in the past. So this here is a fishing lure. Most people who don't fish think that fishing is about getting lucky, and there is an element of chance, but most of fishing success comes down to knowledge and skill. So does anyone here know the proper way to use a jitterbug? Is there anyone here? A jitterbug lure. Okay, so it takes a really committed fisherman to know what to do with this. So that's the knowledge and skill, right? So this little guy floats on the surface, he makes a lot of bubbles, splashes while you reel it in, and you gotta reel it in a certain way. It mimics like a frog or a bug that fell in the water. And you need to know, you gotta use it in like the early morning or in a certain time in the evening. So it's not just chance, right? It's not just, are you gonna get lucky? So do you know where the fish are based on the season, right? The weather, the water temperature, the region you're fishing in. Do you have the skill to reach the fish with an appropriate lure without scaring it away? Do you have the skill to make the lure look like actual food the fish would want, right? So Andy, this year I think you built your knowledge and skill, like fishing. This wasn't an easy year for you and your family, but the challenges gave you knowledge of the world, knowledge of decisions and consequences. You built your skills of perseverance and endurance. So keep facing the challenges of life with courage, because that's how you keep building that endurance and perseverance, right? You made it. Look around you, right? But specifically look over there, because this is not about you, right? It's not just about you, it is about you. But it's a huge accomplishment, a major credit to your family, right? They really helped you. They were like your team. And you haven't always seen eye to eye with them, right? But I want you to appreciate that support. Without them, you wouldn't be here. I'd say a lot of the seniors, right? Like you guys, family is huge. Thank you all for coming. Huge support, right? So I challenge you to show gratitude to them in some way. They each had their part to play in your journey. So keep being friendly, keep smiling, keep fishing, build your humility and show appreciation for others. And I'm excited to see what your future holds and what fish you catch. So come on up. It's our honor and privilege to present High School Diploma.
I have had the pleasure of being Eric's counselor while he has been with us. Eric is polite, kind, hardworking, and a dedicated young man who has a bright future ahead of him. Jocelyn describes Eric as kind, caring, and empathetic, and stated that he has put in the work consistently to make positive changes. Dan Stedgen picked two great words to describe Eric: steady and respectful. Eric showed up day in and day out to Vantage and was consistently a strong student, a strong citizen, and a strong classmate. He put in the hard work to better himself and make positive decisions towards a better future. Eric's consistently respectful demeanor and well-mannered ways were a welcome addition to the class. Ashley stated that Eric has an ambitious appetite for life and quitting is not an option for him. And he also noted that Eric takes the time to think about deep things and has a great sense of curiosity and wonder. Eric's ability to push through difficult things and explore his world will take him far in life. Eric, look around. It's a big moment. You've already had your big graduation, but we're happy to be here celebrating you. We are so excited to watch you take the next step in life and wish you success in all your future endeavors. Please do not lose your kind, respectful ways, your determination for self-improvement, or your curiosity for life. These qualities will not only make you successful in life, but also help others along the way. You are a great son and a great big brother, and I can't wait to watch all that you achieve in the future. So don't forget to keep us updated. Congratulations on your graduation, and it is our honor to present Eric R. Salazar with his certificate of completion.
Hello, everyone. My name is Richard Muselli. I'm the PE/health teacher here at Vantage Academy. I'm very pleased and honored to be here to join you in celebrating this wonderful occasion. The student I'm about to present, I was so proud to be your teacher. I watched you learn and grow in a short period of time. We got to know each other. We worked hard in the gym, especially that bench press. Had fun practicing shooting the basketball with one hand, not two hands. And how fast time flies. With your positive energy and determination to succeed at what you put your mind to your bright smile and your great dance moves that you show us all the time. I wish you all the best in the future. Be brave, be bright, and always be you. It is our honor to present Lily Selden with her certification of completion.
At this time, I would like to ask the class of 2023 to stand and face the audience. In our time working with these young men and women, it has become evident that they are resilient and capable. They have overcome obstacles and adversity to reach this milestone, and we are very proud of their accomplishments. Graduates, as you complete your transition from high school student to high school graduate, I invite you to turn your tassels from right to left. Please join me in congratulating